Mark and Paulette here with the Two Travelers in Mexico from the Two Travelers in Mexico couch. And today we're going to talk to you about some of the experiences that we've had purchasing things for our new house, both online and through stores. And so for that portion, I'll let Paulette take over.
Okay, so I think we're just getting excited, because it's been like 17 months and we've been renting two places that are totally furnished. It's not our stuff. I don't feel comfortable buying stuff and putting it on the wall, and anyhow. So we're getting pretty excited. Probably, I don't know, maybe me so more than Mark on buying things. Because I show my excitement more than he does. His excitement is like this. His highs and his lows are like this all the time. Where I'm like up, down, all around.
And I'm like a bad reading on your heart. I'm just like flat line pretty much.
I say he's like on Quaaludes all the time. Like he remains at one level.
Don't give away my secret.
So anyhow, we found these fans, ceiling fans, that we wanted to buy at Costco that were on sale. And we went online to try to make the purchase because they were never in the store. And I did it like 3 times and it got rejected.
Yeah.
And then finally, Mark, we go into the store to make the purchase online.
Right. Yeah, to their Costco membership counter.
Right, and that looked like that everything went through, everything was good. Then later, I think either that night or the next day, right?
No, it's a couple hours later, it got declined.
It got declined too.
So,
go ahead.
So, and the time crunch on this was the sale on these particular fans was going to be coming to an end. So, ultimately, we wound up buying the fans at Costco because they came into the store and were in stock. And we had no troubles, and we've never had any trouble using this credit card in store.
Or using the credit card anywhere,
Right.
and not just Costco, but other purchases, anywhere, restaurants, anywhere in Mexico for the last 17 months.
Right, and the issue seems to be when you try to use it online, that's when credit card companies will kind of put up a fraud alert if you're using a credit card issued in the United States.
Yeah, and I think that's it, because a lot of it will ask for the bill to. Well, our bill to is South Dakota, our South Dakota address, and then our ship to is Mexico, because that's where we're at.
Yeah.
And I think it's the credit card company. They say that it's not. I think it is, because we get this alert, like a fraud alert, every time. And then when we get a fraud alert, we get like an email sent to us, and then we have to put in this code. And it's just like this crazy stuff that you got to go through, and making phone calls. And
Yeah, I mean, I get the 2-factor authentication thing because it is safe.
right, but the credit card company knows that we're here. There's a note on our account, so it's like, come on, like we've been using this all along in Mexico, and everything goes through just fine, and now all of a sudden these purchases aren't going through.
Yeah.
In fact, Mark, we went over to a store called Liverpool, and it's kind of an expensive store like a Macy's, but they do have good sales, and that's when I buy things. Well, we went over there because it was Mother's Day coming up, and we heard that there was going to be some good sales, and so we ended up not realizing we're going to make this purchase. We didn't tell the credit card company, because we never know when we're going to make these purchases. It just kind of happens. And so we ended up buying a Maytag refrigerator. And what's the name of the stove, the brand?
A Nobelens stove, which is a German brand, and
The hood.
the hood.
And the hood. When we were there, right? And the purchase in US dollars was about $2,000. Well, I did that on my credit card. Yeah, I did it on my credit card. And, keeping our fingers crossed that it's going to go through, right? Because that was the last day of the sale. So, Lord, it went through. I was so happy. It did go through, so that was great. And, like I said, the credit card company says, if you know you're going to make a big purchase, call us and let us know beforehand. Well, like I said, we don't always know that we're going to be making a purchase like that.
Yeah.
And I don't know. It's kind of a crapshoot.
Right.
It's like some things go through, some things don't.
Although when you use the credit card at a point of sales device, it goes through. It's just been the online purchases that have been kind of hit and miss.
Right, true. So we're going to show you some things that we ended up purchasing. I've probably been doing a lot more purchasing than Mark because
Like 100%?
you haven't done any. The fans were yours.
No.
You didn't want the fans for the house?
I'm still assigning that to you.
Everything's my purchase then. We'll just leave it at that,
Yeah.
okay? So, So we purchased
some fans. We purchased 6 fans. We have purchased a bunch of planter pots from roadside
That's me.
stands.
because I'm so excited. I am so excited. My house that I lived in that we left, we had a lot of garden area and stuff like that, and that's stuff that we both like doing. Or did you want me to take all that credit because you say that a lot of stuff isn't your doing?
If you feel free to take all the
Okay,
credit.
so I like gardening, and
Actually, I do too, but
I'm so excited about having a little patio and having the balcony patio upstairs where I can plant all this stuff. I'm just so excited. So I did a couple of weeks ago buy some succulents, and I want to try succulents. I've had a couple, throughout my life in the U.S., but anyhow, it was a really good deal. You could get, how many were there? 28 succulents for like $13, and they're little ones. We have a picture of that too. So I've been buying a lot of pots for bigger plants that I'm going to buy, and some fruit trees and stuff like that. So yeah, my apartment is like pots everywhere. Like I have 4 pots in my living room. I have 8 big pots in my spare room. My other spare room, I have another 8 pots that are a little bit smaller. So everything's starting to build up, with purchases that we're making. And our last purchase that we don't have pictures of to show you is some light fixtures. So we ordered those on Amazon, Mexico.
and by the way, that credit card deal actually went through.
So I don't get it.
Yeah.
I just honestly don't get it at all. It makes
And like some of the bills I can pay with my credit card online, some I can't, so I have to go into the OXXO and pay in person. But that's just the way it is. We also purchased, we had a guy make a pretty large pot rack for us, and I'll put that picture in, along with a table that is not exactly level.
He didn't make the table for us.
No.
He had the table when we went over to his house. Okay, and I commented, I love the wrought iron, the black wrought iron look a lot. And so his surprise when he brought over the pot rack that doesn't actually really look like the pot rack that I showed him that I wanted.
It's still pretty nice.
But it's nice, yeah, not the same. But he said, I have a surprise. Well, he brought over the table. And I don't know. I kind of felt obligated. I don't know. Mark thinks I'm crazy. And I am. The table, Mark says, it leans.
It's not me saying, it's putting a round object on there and watch it pick up speed as it rolls off the edge.
He put a battery on there because they're round and it just went right off. So he was right. It is not straight, and I don't know if it's the metal or the tabletop or what.
It's the metal.
But so, and he charged more for this small table than he did my pot rack that he made for me.
Yeah, there were 2 surprises actually. Number 1, that he brought the table, and number 2 was how much he charged us.
Yeah,
for
he
the
charged us
table.
more for the table. My
Yeah.
pot rack, he charged us like $60 US. It was
1,200 pesos.
1,200 pesos for the table. I asked him how much it was.
It was 50. We originally were told it was like 300. I'm pretty sure that's what he said when we saw the table. And then by the time we got here, it was 1,500 pesos. But,
Is that what it was? It was like 75 bucks.
yeah,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
we just went ahead and bought it anyway. You know, it's kind of a cool looking table if we can straighten out the balance thing. And really, it was just to help the guy out too, I think.
That was why I did it, really, because he works for himself. He lives by himself. I just felt like, okay, you know. And then I've been looking on Marketplace, and I found these, anything that has to do, like I said, like with wrought iron, because that's going to be my theme throughout the house is wrought iron stuff. So I found these really cool lamps that I like, and I didn't pay very much for them. I got these two that Mark took a picture of that are matching, and those were 20, no, what did I pay? I paid 200 pesos, I think. No, 450 pesos. So that's like $22,
Yeah.
right? $22. And then I found another lamp that I really liked, where the screw-in part, what do you call it, like the socket, is a little bit loose in it though. I didn't know it, but I really like the lamp. I dig it. So that was 200 pesos, which was $10. So that's about it, and we're going to show you those pictures.
Yeah. We've also had a bit of a slight dilemma. We've decided that we are going to go with handmade tiles. And so we went to a store, picked out a bunch of handmade tiles. Now we're trying to figure out what sort of a pattern we're going to put them in the
He's
kitchen.
talking about the backsplash.
And backsplash, yeah.
Yeah, for the backsplash in our kitchen and the bathrooms.
So, and
We
we'll show
picked out
you-
the granite.
Yeah, picked out
We
the
picked
granite.
out the granite. Now, the only hang up there is that we were hoping to close by this week, and it didn't happen. And we found out why is because the Notario, is that how you say it? Notario?
Yeah.
Submitted, which was a mistake, which, whatever, it happens. They submitted the wrong paperwork to the government because the government has to give you an okay in order to buy a home here in Mexico. And I think it goes for anybody that buys a home.
It's not just...
It's locals
not just
and foreigners.
expats.
You have to get the approval. Well, because the wrong form was submitted, they had to resubmit the new form.
Right.
So now we're
So-
told that it could be another week or
A
two.
week or two, yeah. And in the meantime, we're trying to make some design and really some decoration decisions on the house.
we just been kind of playing with the pattern. We just bought like 15 different tiles to kind of see how it matched with the granite. But now my concern also is my kitchen costs that we're getting a workup quote from the contractor / seller of the house that we're buying. We'll do a video on that later.
Yeah.
Of the cost of everything, so you guys can kind of get an estimate. I think some of you guys would like that. I know that I would like to know that information if somebody was having some work done on their house, what it costs in Mexico, and then you could see the difference from like the United States
Yeah.
or Canada or anywhere else, what you'd be paying.
That'll be another video once we've completed the process, and then we'll document all that on video.
Right. And I think I was going somewhere with this.
Senior moment.
No, because you started to say something. I was talking. What was I talking about? Just about like the Notario. Now it's going to be another week or two for that to go through, and then we're having work done. Like I said, we'll give you a quote on all that. Break that down and let you guys know what that's going to cost. And also, if you don't subscribe to our Facebook page, do it, because we post a lot more things there. Like people have seen the tile, they saw the granite, they saw my succulents when I bought them. So they're seeing a lot more of that stuff on there than when we do our videos. So
What is the name of our Facebook group?
it's the same, the two travelers in Mexico. Yeah.
If you like what we're doing, we'd appreciate it if you would subscribe to our channel.
The two geezers in Mexico.
Yeah, two geezers in Mexico. The two travelers in Mexico, but you know, by the time we live out our lives here, we will be the two geezers in
That's
Mexico,
right.
I'm sure.
That's right. So that's it today from the two travelers in Mexico. And as always,
What she did.
see you guys.
Nice.